Hi there, welcome to The Entrepreneur, where we share the inspiring stories of entrepreneurs and reveal the secrets behind their successes to feed your own entrepreneurial aspirations. I am Esther Educhumwa, your host. Thanks to Joyce Love Wigs and Beauty Avenue for making me look beautiful. And thanks to Grandeur Couture for my beautiful dress. This show is brought to you by Alpha Natural Mineral Water and Sanji Global, our location partner. We are going to tell you the story of a very phenomenal entrepreneur right after this break. Please don't go anywhere as I'll be introducing her shortly. Stay with us.
Everyone has the opportunity to dream. Everyone has the opportunity to be great. Greatness is not just for a select few. It's for anyone who is ready. Fight for it. Break the limits. Become more. It's the little things that count. The very things we choose. Alpha goes through rigorous laboratory testing to ensure that every drop maintains the required pH and is the best for the human body. Choose refreshing. Choose life. Alpha Pack, refreshing, full of life.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Welcome back from that quick break. Today we are joined by an inspiring entrepreneur, a very visionary one. She was driven by her desire to be a CEO under 30. We'll get to know her more. And she's also inspired by the loss of her grandmom to hypoglycemia. So she was determined to produce something quality on the market. She started producing Akwaaba Yoghurt with salary from her national service. And she has since sustained the business with other jobs that she has taken. She believes that failure is the best ground for learning. We are going to be speaking with Afia Kwakyewaa Agyapong Kwakye. Her success has earned her platforms from Kenya and South Africa. But before we dive deep into her story, I would love for you to pay attention to the clock. Don't just look at the clock. Do what it does. Keep moving. Take talk. All right, let's hear from our guest today. Afia, you're welcome.
Hi, Esther. You're looking good.
Thank you. And you too. In fact, just as I've been seeing you on social media, I see that today. Thank you so much for joining us on The Entrepreneur.
Thank you too.
So I'm thrilled. What came into your mind and you wanted to be a CEO under 30?
So Afia, fast forward, SHS2, I always found myself in leadership positions. So anytime I'm in a group, it's like my ideas, people embrace my ideas. So fast forward, when I entered into the university, I was exposed to media a bit. So it was like, oh, this girl, she's a media girl, but I was very quiet and reserved. And even when we are doing group works and I'm assigned to a group and I start talking, it'll be like, oh, and a presentation. So for some time I was like, oh, okay, then if this is it, then let me thrive on it. Because I think I directed a drama in SHS2. So I think I had that leadership quality. So I thrived on that, and then so far so good. It worked. Yeah.
Wow. So then why are you not in the media? Are you still in the media?
So media came as a result of passion.
Okay.
So I always loved to be on radio, to read news on TV. Yeah, that was what I wanted to do. But Daddy said, nah, you won't do general art, you do science. Whoa. I was so like, what am I using science for? What am I using it for? So let me tell you this. I went to SHS. I struggled to learn the science.
Wow.
Like my grades were falling. A very bright student who entered SHS, and as I then my grades were falling. So Dad called me one day. It was like, I want you to quit the science and go and do art. SHS too. I won't do. I'll come back. That means I'll be repeated. So I won't do it. I'll continue. So at that time I was like, no, let me learn harder. So I started learning, but after SHS, I had to go and write some papers. So I wrote chemistry, and I wrote, I think, physics. Then I entered. I had admission at Accra Technical University to study science laboratory technology. So as I started studying, they were like, can you do it? I'm like, oh, I'm in it already, so don't stress. So I think level 100, yeah, my physics was really doing well. Like I was doing the physics I wrote, it picked up. I was doing very well. I'm like, okay, then let me thrive on this course to make something out of it, yeah. So the media was a passion. I was just, and alongside when I was in school doing the science laboratory, I had like a community radio in my neighborhood. So when it's Saturdays, I go there to host a campus radio show.
Oh.
Yeah, then I'll come back to the books, my science books. So I was just doing it together. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How attached were you to your grandmom?
My grandmom, my grandmom took care of me when I was 2 years to level 200. So, and I bear her name. She said, Afia Kwakyewaa. So my grandmom was practically everything to me. She was everything. She was my mom. She was my dad. She was everything. Grandma will cook food at home. I won't eat the food. And she'll give me money to go and buy another one. So my grandma, I'm like, she's here. She's here. Yeah, I really hold her in high esteem. Yeah.
And I know that wherever she is, when she sees Akwaaba Yoghurt, knowing that it's inspired by her demise, she'll be happy.
She'll be proud. She'll be proud. Funny enough, she didn't stay long enough to even have a feel of it, but at least I tried something in remembrance of her.
Exactly. Yeah. So at what point did you settle on producing yogurt? What inspired this? Okay,
so from the university, I was doing my NSS. I majored in food science and technology. So I was like, nah, let me create something out of this course I was doing. So I tried with a lot of stuff. It wasn't working. And I remember that, I did yogurt production in school. Let me go back to my slides and learn. I didn't practice the quality. I was doing sales. So let me go back. So every development was based on my slides. Talking to industry experts, they'll give you advice on how to go about it. So I think I did about 5 formulations until I had the right one to launch into the market. Yeah.
Wow. And now, after you did and you got the right texture or taste you wanted, facing the market, seeing the competition that are there, and then your product being new, how was it? How were you able to enter the market?
So in this world, wherever God puts you, I think you need to embrace it. When I was going to do my national service, they told me the lab was full, so I should go to sales. It's like, why would a science student be doing sales? Like, be working in the sun. My friends advised me, it's just NSS, so go and do it. So after NSS, I was maintained at sales for, I think, 3 years. So with the sales experience I gathered there, I was able to know how to talk to customers, for customers to take in your products. So I did that for some time for the company I was working for. And later on, when Akwaaba Yoghurt evolved, it became easy for me to approach people. You know, the yogurt market is saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of yogurt. So how is yours going to be exceptional to other brands? So we just had to be doing the talking, the social media works, like graphics for people to know that what you're actually producing is authentic. You're not just doing anything into the market. The technique I gathered from my former workplace also helped me a bit, on that.
I want to touch on the sales bit because sometimes we are so busy producing, things without thinking of how we're going to sell. Now, after we are done, we are faced with the header of sales, and then there are some products that never got to the shelf. Some got to some shelves, was never tasted. Some were tasted, never, visited again. Touch a little bit on sales. What is that thing about sales that can help entrepreneurs, move out there with their products, no matter the competition that they are faced with?
Okay, so let me start with food science before I go to sales. So when you do food science, there's something we call sensory analysis. So on your first batch of products or your first trial, you would need to let people sense it, like sensory. It has to do with the taste, it has to do with the feel, it has to do with the color. So when you get, these are quality control techniques that you need to employ. Every entrepreneur, whatever you're producing, you need to bring that in place. So when you get that, you get experts on board. And these experts, we have panel that taste it and they'll give you good feedback. But if you don't get panel too, you can also start from your friends, your family. They are the best people to criticize you. So they would say, okay, the sugar is less, the sugar is much. So you take it from them. Me, my first batch, I was just throwing money away because I would have to give it to them for them to taste it for free. So when you get that, how do you call it, the authorization from all of them, then you know that you can step it further to other people who don't know you. Because you are thinking these people know you, so you step it up further to other people who don't know you. Then, now when you go to the market, now you can do your sales technique. Me, my sales technique, there are some people that when they're pushing product to you, just know this person is pushing the product to me because he or she wants me to buy. You need to be convincing. Why should you take this product over this? One, you talk about your profit margin first. Secondly, you talk about your pricing. This one is going to get you more profit than the competitor. Okay, with this one too, because it's a small scale, normally small scales we produce like quality. Because we do them in smaller batches. So because it's a small scale, we do this, we do that, like our quality control is top notch. We like, it's creamy, it's tasty, like Akwaaba Yoghurt is done in smaller batches compared to my competitors. So you can touch a bit on the quality aspect for anybody who is coming to. And then if you are touching on it, you also have to be ready to let them sample. So sampling is one key thing. So they will sample, they will taste it. You don't talk and let them just buy it. You need to let them sample. Oh, okay, as the person tastes, oh, it's nice. Then let me make some purchase some other time. Then gradually you are evolving. Then you put some money in it. You do posters, social media campaigns. Then gradually you'll be getting there. It's not an easy journey. You need a whole team on the deck. But as an entrepreneur, it's just you. And it's just you. So you need to take things one at a time.
One at a time. Do you go for functions? Does it help with sales?
Functions, like exhibitions. I'm not a fan of exhibitions. Reason is they charge too much. So you can go for an exhibition and then a stand is 2,000. Like, how much is my product? So sometimes when I get these, because you don't have a company car, you are taking boat or something, you waste money, TNT, in and out. Sometimes as you even get there, you are going to do the talking for people to come and buy your products. After that, you are paying for a stand. Me, it stresses me. But sometimes too, it is necessary to go. Those people organizing the exhibitions, they should really think about it. We are dealing with young entrepreneurs. You want me to come and exhibit my product? It's cool. Like, you are helping me. But sometimes they are too outrageous. 2,000 cedis just for a stand. And have you imagined how much the person you are coming to buy for me? How much is Akwaaba Yoghurt? 10 cedis. Because I'm buying a stand of 2,000 cedis, I will sell it to you 15 cedis. Because I want to break even. You would come, it would deter you. That why is it so expensive? Your competitors are not selling at this price. Why is it expensive? So it sometimes deters me off. Because me, I'm mostly looking at the money part. When I go, when I step out, is it going to generate more income than I stay in?
But some also believe that the exposure in itself is a future, like investment into the future, because you expose the products to people coming around, even if they are not buying, tomorrow they have Akwaaba Yoghurt
in their mind.
On their mind, exactly.
Okay.
So people look at that and then go for exhibitions. You are a firm believer of failure being a platform for learning.
Sure.
What kind of failure have you faced?
Failures? A lot. A lot. I did Akwaaba Yoghurt 5 times before I had the actual thing. I lost all my NSS money.
Wow.
I wasn't spending the money then. I was just doing savings. I was taking 559. I lost all my.
You still remember the amount?
Yes, 559. I remember. Yeah, 2019, 559. So I will go and buy milk. I'll buy bottles. I'll brand T-shirt because I want to go for programs. I'll brand umbrellas. I'll go and do pull-up banner. Imagine that salary, doing all these things. So you'd have to put everything in it, and then at a point I lost everything. I came back to zero. Whoa. And it leads you into depression because you've seen money. Your friends are living lavish life, getting the best weave-ons, getting the best clothes. You say you want to be an entrepreneur.
Who forced you to be
Who
there?
forced you? Like, who forced you? Sometimes when I get depressed, I just feel like, no, can I just stop everything and go do my master's abroad and just forget about everything because it's hard.
So what stops you?
Go and do my master's. Like,
what stops you after thinking about all that? What keeps you still in the entrepreneurial space?
So just on Monday, I lost motivation to go for work because I had bills to pay. I have to pay this bill. You just be there, then the light will just go off for no reason. So I had a lot of bills on my hands. I have to procure raw materials. So I was just lying in bed doing some social media posts, and I had a call from a client. Normally, when you purchase Akwaaba Yoghurt, within 2 days, I'll call you to find out feedback. Did you like it? I like to do that with my new client. So I called the client Afia, we love it. Like, I even took all the yogurt. I didn't even give the kids. Wow. That gave me some morale that, hey, young lady, you need to wake up and go and work. So these reviews gives you like a mojo to work harder. These reviews, sometimes you look at where you started from. My room, a small tabletop fridge. I'll do the yogurt like 30 bottles, then pack them in the fridge. And as of now, I'm not in my room. I rented a space. Now I have 2 spaces I've rented. I have workers. We are doing sales. We are going out on a weekly basis. So looking at that massive growth, although there's no money, there's not enough, but looking at the growth from where I started to where I'm getting to now, it gives you some sense of fulfillment that you know you're on the right track. And I've always had friends who motivate me. If you're my friend and you don't motivate me, I won't talk to you again. I don't like people who have bad energy. So if you are I have people that I go to. This guy, he's called Kwame Ban. He's the CEO of Eve Digital. So a young guy, CEO. So sometimes I'll call him like, Kwame, I want to do this. Okay, if you do it this way, do it this way. I hardly talk to him, but anytime we talk, it's a lengthy conversation. I have another friend too, Ernest. He's a digital marketer. I would call him that, oh, this and this and this. So sometimes when you speak to these people, you be like, okay, they are also entrepreneurs in the game, and it makes you feel like, nah, you need to work harder. Don't give up. Don't, because it's hard.
So meaning support system is very necessary in the entrepreneurial journey.
Support systems, they are very necessary. I started off as a worker. You know, sometimes you are not working and then you get access to grants to start something with. I have never gotten any grants before. It's just myself and people who believed in the vision. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to FDA. Let's go. It has just, mine has always been people who believe in the journey, like a strong backbone. It has kept me going. Yeah.
Wow. So what is that important decision you think you've taken so far that has brought you where you are?
Resigning my job.
Whoa, I want to go there. Because definitely there may be somebody watching you in the corporate space and is nursing a business idea and is thinking, how do I start off? This business is feeding me and my home. How do I let go of this luxury and start knowing that all of you are talking about is hard, it's difficult, you cry, you need money? Where am I going to get that help from? What did you do to ensure that you don't look back?
Me. Me. I didn't choose to resign.
Okay.
The work chose to resign my mentality. Yeah. I was doing everything possible, but I wasn't seeing growth.
At your employer's end?
Yes. I've done my NSS. I'm on my first contract, second contract, third contract, fourth contract. Hell no. Hell no.
So you didn't see...
I'm not seeing career growth. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing career growth because I should be working and be seeing career growth. Like just one basic duty for years. And you'll be there and they would employ other people. Like NSS people will troop in, and in the next 1 or 2 years, 1 year is too much. In the
it's a path created for them.
In a few months, they are permanent staff, and you are still a casual staff. I saw that like that's not for me, because I can do what they are doing and better. So what kind of what's going on?
Could it be that you are a born entrepreneur, and so every environment must push you out to do what you are born to do?
Oh no, you see, people like us, we are versatile. Okay. Someone who has done media, a science student. So looking at my background, I didn't do PR, but people say I talk very well. So looking at these things from me, you have to use me, utilize me. Yeah. You don't keep me fixated for years on one basic duty. I'll feel bored. I'll feel the need to grow. So at a point, I wasn't seeing growth. The whole batch of people that were employed during that space, everybody has left, not only me. Wow. Everybody left. So as I was leaving, I think we were left with 2. My other colleague, Linda, I told them, yeah, I'm not doing this work again. It was like, okay, if you're not doing it, then I'm also not doing it. So yeah, so we left together. Yeah, I wasn't seeing good, to be frank. You should work and see career growth. Exactly. If you are not seeing career growth, I wouldn't know why you still be there.
Exactly. Are there certain daily routines and habits you practice that you think has helped you as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. As an entrepreneur, you need to do to-do lists.
Okay.
So I think within the week, you would have to do your to-do list. Okay, this day I'll procure raw materials. I'll have to do production. We'll be going out for sales. You'll be doing administrative work. You'd have to, especially what keeps me, calls to remind somebody. Maybe you're talking to an institution for a mass supply. So you'd have to, since you don't have money to afford a PA yet, you need to do all those to-do lists. So that one is going to guide you for you to be like fixated on what you are doing at the moment. Otherwise, you lose track. You'll just be procrastinating. Oh, I want to do production today. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do this. Let's do that.
You miss important dates and events.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I see. What strategies have you used to ensure customer loyalty?
Customer loyalty strategies. I'm a digital person. Like, I have all my customers tracked in my system. When you buy yogurt from us, we'll give you a thank you through SMS. Yeah, so we have a system that we use for that is for invoices and all those stuff. So we and then besides that, I'm also Titini Kaka. So I have a book that I would write everything in it. In case something gets corrupt, I have my data. So we put all these things down. We have a landline. So within the week, we call all our customers that take on weekly basis that, okay, it's been a while you procured some of our products. When are you doing? So those things we do makes our customers, they are quite, they are very okay with those things, and then they are happy because how many suppliers will call you that, oh, like every week, that, oh, it's been a while you purchased, we want to know how you are doing and when are you making your next purchase. So it's like a system that I've drawn down. So even when I'm not around, I've trained some of my workers to do those call center works, and then they get orders and then we place it through that for people.
Satisfying customer and making them feel like kings and queens are key to building customer loyalty. We are going to delve deeper into Afia's story, but let me take a break here and acknowledge my sponsors. This show is proudly brought to you by Alpha Park Natural Mineral Water and Sanji Global. A very big thank you to Joyce Love Wigs and Beauty Avenue for my beautiful makeup and wig, and Grandeur Couture for my beautiful dress. Please stay with us, don't go anywhere.
Everyone has the opportunity to dream. Everyone has the opportunity to be great. Greatness is not just for a select few. It's for anyone who is ready. Fight for it. Break the limits. Become more. It's the little things that count. The very things we choose. Alpha Pack goes through rigorous laboratory testing to ensure that every drop maintains the required pH and is the best for the human body. Choose refreshing. Choose life. Alpha Pack, refreshing, full of life.
A warm welcome back from that quick break. Thank you so much for staying with us. You are still on the Entrepreneur Show, and our guest today is Afia Kwakyewaa Agyapong Kwakye. And she has brought us the beautiful product Akwaaba Yoghurt. Let's dive deep into her story. Afia, what is that thing that if you are given the chance to go back from the time you started, you would love to change in your journey?
Oh, I think I'm very content with how far I've come. I'm still planning to develop a lot of products. But so far
you wouldn't want to change anything? I mean, something. Have you had situations that you wish it hadn't happened, and if you're given the chance, you would change it totally? Yeah,
basically, maybe when I tried involving people, these kind of investment bit, sometimes it stresses you. So I would just wish that Afia had worked more, had her own money, and had started everything on her own. I think that one kind of gives you a peace of mind to do whatever you want to. But when you have diverse ideas, although it helps, but when you have diverse ideas, sometimes it sways the narrative a bit, because you would want to do this, but the other person will be like, oh no, why don't we do it this way? But I believe that you have your vision and you have where you are going and where you are heading to. So basically, but so far so good. It's been a successful journey.
Wow. There may be a new entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur watching you. What is that one word or few words you would love to give to such people?
Oh, I always say that failure is the best teacher. You need to fail, then you learn from it. Let me give this example. You recover from heartbreaks and you mend it and you move on. So you fail, you come back stronger, and you do it and do it well.
How do you ensure that you don't fail where you failed again?
Because you are learning from what you did.
How do you learn? Because there are some people, let's take relationship. They are with someone who beats them today because they didn't lose an eye. They go, the guy begs, and then they come back and then take another slap. You can't tell me this person has learned anything from that really. Challenge. So how do you ensure that a failure becomes a learning ground for you?
So you see, when you fail, you will need to learn, like, why did I fail? Why did this happen? I remember when I was trying to do the strawberry flavored, when I do it, I get a color. Within 1 week, the color is gone. So I wasn't understanding, like, so I had to go back to my chemistry slides, like, no, it's a chemical reaction occurring. What is happening? Until I spoke to 1 or 2 people, like, no, you are using the wrong stuff. You need to do this. So imagine if I hadn't failed at that time, I would have done a bulk production and then I would have lost everything. So you fail, you research, you learn on it. You need to learn on it. If you don't learn on it, then you are not learning from your failures. You learn. You take some 1 or 2 cues out of it, then you come back stronger. Yeah.
Thank you so much. You've mentioned that Akwaaba yogurt is healthy.
Yeah.
Even to the extent that you have some that is good for diabetic patients.
Yeah.
We want to know what goes into Akwaaba yogurt production. How do you source your raw materials to ensure that it's as healthy as you are saying?
Yeah.
Tell us more about Akwaaba yogurt and then how people can reach you.
Okay, so Akwaaba yogurt, let me start from sourcing my raw materials. I deal with suppliers that I really trust. I'm a quality control officer. I always ensure quality. When you work in an industry, that especially food, drugs, you need to make sure that quality is complied. Without quality, nobody can proceed. If quality doesn't pass the product from raw material stage, no production officer can use it. If quality don't pass it in an intermediate stage, no person can use it. Finished product, quality has, you see, quality goes into detail even as to the label. We do label assessments. Everything on the label. We do and even do packaging assessment. Wow. If I tell you that we have something we call leak test, you won't believe it. So after production, you seal the bottle. You have to let all lie down and make sure that, like, it's not leaking. So we have a leak test. We do all these analysis. And because I majored in that field, I make sure that I'm complying to all these things because quality, regulatory, we are taking in. Yogurt is a dairy product. If you don't take care, you kill someone out of it. So you have to be extra careful than anybody doing any kind of product. Because it's dairy, we know how milk behaves. Yeah. A few days, milk is behaving funny. So I need to make sure that whatever we are doing is in the right. If it is not, we'll call the batch back. We are discarding it. Because I can't afford people to... We'll call the batch back.
Wow.
I will lose, but it's better protecting the brand than just thinking about the money. So we'll call the whole batch. So in every production, that's why we have a batch number to trace it. When there's maybe an abnormality, you trace it that, okay, this is the batch that happened. Okay, then what happened to this batch? You get it. So in my process, because I delve deeper, we have a flow chart, we have a quality manual, we have a line clearance, so we make sure that all these things are being conformed to before the products come out into the system. We are not just producing anything, as in we are. So sometimes when I see people produce, I ask them questions like, do you do this? Do you do that? But so it makes it seem as if I'm being so
intimidating them.
No, I'm not.
No, like they feel that, but they don't know you're helping them.
Yeah, because I ask you, do you have this? Do you do this? Are you just producing because now you... So if any friend tells me I want to do food, I'll be like, why do food science? And I understand it better. Because I appreciated when I did it. I have a lot of understanding. As even when you are doing new development, how to come up with it, you have to have a pilot plan, a test kitchen, and all these things before you launch the actual product. You just don't.
So anytime anybody is consuming Akwaaba yogurt, we are very certain that what you're consuming
is safe. Yeah, safe and healthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are some of the varieties that you have?
So for now, we have the this is vanilla flavored.
This is vanilla.
Yeah.
And then you call
this
this one?
is strawberry flavored.
Strawberry.
Very flavored, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they are all yogurts. Like, this is yogurt. Like, this is the color of yogurt, white. Okay. This is just strawberry flavored. Okay. But people see the pink one and they are like, oh, I want the yogurt itself, but this is yogurt. Exactly. The white one is yogurt. So this is actually vanilla flavored, and this is strawberry flavored. Yeah.
Okay. And which one? You have one for diabetic patients.
Yeah. So that one is Akwaaba Yoghurt sugar free.
So it's certified. I mean, they are very certain. They are safe to take it because those people are very sensitive to a lot of things.
They are safe to take it. Yeah, even I tried something around just the vanilla flavored. So when we got into the bar, people are like, no, we don't like the vanilla. I want you to add the strawberry to it. I'm like, oh, okay. So currently, my team and I, we are developing the strawberry for the diabetics. Yes, okay. Yes, because we actually want the diabetic. They shouldn't be excluded out of anything. They are very excluded. Yeah. My grandmom was very excluded. She couldn't take anything that we take. She's always like, this is sugar, I can't take it. So that deficiency is called AFID. So avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. That is it. So you can't take anything that anybody is taking. But I believe that we can get a niche for them where whatever we are consuming, the diabetics, hypoglycemia, they can also consume and will be very okay without any guilt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know you've been featured on Kenyan platforms, South African platforms. What are some of the other recognitions that you've earned to your credit that makes you proud as an entrepreneur?
So I've had a lot. I won't remember. Yeah. When I was even working, I was getting nominations. But the one I remember is 40 under 40. That was huge. I was like, wow. So I got nominated 40 under 40.
Okay, so the 30 years aspiration, you couldn't clock it, but you were able to clock under 40.
No, I'm still in my 20s.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not 30 years.
So that means the goal has been achieved.
Of course, it has been achieved.
Wonderful.
And I'm planning on launching my book before I turn 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm planning on launching my book. Yeah, very nice. I'll invite you.
I'll be glad to be there.
So it would be basically fixated on my entrepreneurial journey, how it started. So the dream, I think I had a dream when I was 19 years. I know. Even when I'm having conversations with my friends, I'll be like, I don't want to work for someone at a very longer pace. At least by 5 years, I should be off corporate and be doing my... I used to say it and they are like, you are not normal. Yeah, I used to say, like, I keep saying it. I remember we were in a conference room with my extended family, and I just blurted out that, I was doing my service then, I feel like I want to do my own business. Like someone like, you're a lady, you say you want to buy designer bag, can you save and start your own business? You just watch me. Yeah, so it's actually in the pipeline. I'm
and
not
with perseverance, learning from failures, you are at it. How do you reach who are your markets in the first place? Who are your focus as a market for Akwaaba Yoghurt? Okay,
so Akwaaba Yoghurt, our focus is everyone. We are providing healthy foods to everyone. The kids can consume it. The teenagers can consume it. The toddlers are consuming it. The middle class are consuming it. The elderly are consuming it. So we have like a cut across. So because of the pricing, we were thinking now we can't cut the kids market because they can't buy. But at least when Esther consumes it, and she's okay with it, she will sell for her baby. So that's how we did it, and it worked. So you see, like the praise we consume, and the babies will be like, let's give it to us. Like, what just happened?
Exactly.
So that's so everybody at all can, even if you are lactose intolerant, you can consume, because the probiotic in it has already digested the lactic acid.
In fact, I'm a witness to someone who just said, oh, this one doesn't bite the cheeks and the tongue like other yogurts I take. So it means that Akwaaba yogurt.
Oh, with that acidic, it's sour. That's actually Greek yogurt. You should feel it. Yeah. So we have we extend the fermentation period. So when you extend the fermentation period, you have that sourness. That's also what people prefer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they want the sourness. For that one, you can use it on your weight loss journey, especially those who want to lose weight. You can be consuming, those ones,
So how do we reach you? Social media handles, your call, contacts?
Oh, Afia is everywhere. Personally, my handle, Afia Kwakyewaa Agyapong Kwakye, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. That's it. And then with the business, Akwaaba Yoghurt on Instagram, Akwaaba Yoghurt Official on Facebook, LinkedIn, Akwaaba Yoghurt. But you see, you shouldn't be fixated on the yogurt. We'll surprise you. We'll come up with a new development.
Oh, yes. We are waiting for you.
Yeah.
You're waiting. Do you have a contact number they can call you on?
Yeah. So you can contact 050 55 79 799. 050 55 79 799.
Afia, we are so glad you came.
Sure.
And I know that somebody's inspired, more so because you started yours at the point majority of the people who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs are now. Probably they are in school, or they are just done with school. They're wondering, I don't have money. But without, saved money, you use your national service savings. And then no matter the challenges you went through, you've been able to sail through. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences and your story. And we would love to see Akwaaba Yogurt, go the global market and know that, yes.
Just that the system really presses some of we the entrepreneurs, like the Ghana system. I didn't want to say that, I've said it. They really stress you. Like a young entrepreneur coming up, and then taxes and do this and do that, like it depresses you. Yeah, so sometimes the government can look at some of us and then ease the burden a bit, so that we can also sail through. We can't compete with the multinationals. Hell, we can't compete with them.
So we plead with government to consider entrepreneurs, as all of you are preaching that you want to build businesses, want to develop entrepreneurship in Ghana. This is some of the plea of entrepreneurs. Let's do something about our taxes, and then help with environments that helps for them to grow. Thank you so much, Afia, for joining us. And to our wonderful viewers, thank you for sitting with us and enjoying this interview. This has been The Entrepreneur. As we come your way every week, we'll be bringing you more stories to help you develop, grow, or start your entrepreneurial aspirations. Thank you for joining us. I'm Esther Edichumwa, your host. This show was brought to us by Alpha Park Natural Mineral Water and Sanji Global, our location partner. Thank you to Joyce Lab Wigs and Beauty Avenue for my wig and makeup, and Grandeur Couture for my beautiful outfits. Contact them and they will sort you out. I'll see you.